Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will go on the attack first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes.
There he goes! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one. And the Razorbacks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the...
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Firing toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
The Razorbacks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Woo-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, give on the inside. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give to the tailback. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Right on the money. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going over the top. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell.
Oh, he's got some space. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to go up top. Caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, out-breaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the option. Got a little space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They go to the ground. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. They believe in a large 4-down territory, and they go for it on 4th and short from the 47. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks are on the move. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better. And
a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Leaves it with the back. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Fires to the wideout. He got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Razorbacks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man in the middle. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Unloads to the right. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Raiders will punt this one away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create...
Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Reese. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the dip.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The extra point here would tie the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains.
Turning it on! He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Makes a pass to Marker. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got his man out of the backfield. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they get him down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll operate out of split backs. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Toss sweep to the right. There he goes. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Rides the back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Give to the back. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
He's got it again. Still running at the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Trying to slam in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here laid down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running it.
2nd and goal coming up. Trying to power it in. Touchdown Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Reese. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Reese. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The give to the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their days go, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback.
Looking for the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They just keep firing. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Staples.